Hey, good morning today on Wake Up with Deb. I'm having a couple of, seems like I'm having a audio issue here, but can everybody hear me okay? Well, this is really interesting. Let me see. How is everyone doing on this beautiful, beautiful Friday, October the 4th? Um, Usually, I've been working on my music here, and for some reason, it just decided it didn't want to play anymore. So let's see here. We'll just set that aside for now. Today is Friday, October the 4th. And hello, Rhonda and Jeannie. Good to see you. Good to see you. And let's see who else is out there. Lucy and Jason. It's really, really great to see you all today. Today on Wake Up with Deb. Today, again, like I said, it's Friday, October the 4th. We are in the month of balance. October is the month of balance. If you look at the date 10 to me, when I see 10, it's like a new beginning. It's like a fresh start all over again. 9 for me means it's finished or it's ending. And then when you move to 10, you're getting ready for 11, which 11, as we all know, is wake up to your heart. And I'm really excited to be able to attend the 11/11 Star Knowledge Conference at Estes Park, November 8th through the 11th. There's going to be a lot of great speakers. If you are in the area, I would highly recommend getting tickets. There's going to be speakers like Laura Eisenhower, one of my faves, Elizabeth April, and if you check out their website at starknowledge.com, you can get more information on that. Anyway, we're back, and thank you again for joining me today, and thank you so much for sharing in this incarnation with me. As I do with all of the Wake Up with Debs, we are going to start our wake up by going into that 0 point space of creation. We are going into that space where it's the now and present moment, but what we do is we get a jump on it by going into the lighthearted space to get into that now and present moment. And this is kind of wild because yesterday I started having music to go into this, and today for some reason it just doesn't want to cooperate with me. So if you all just want to start with me by just closing your eyes and taking a deep breath, and let's just go into that space. Let me try one more thing here real quick. And that doesn't look like it's going to be happening. So right now, we're just all going to go into that 0 point lighthearted space of creation. And we're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to let it out. Another deep breath in. Going to let it out. And on that next deep breath in, we are going to ask. We're going to go into our heart Akashic memory space, because every experience we've gone through is written in that Akashic memory space. You can't go into Akashic memory and see future because it's not written yet, but everything is written in our heart. So I like to put my hands over my heart and I like to say, show me that moment that I need to see where I felt the most love, where I was satisfied, where I was secure, where I was safe, where I was comfortable and warm. And just in that moment of experiencing that, tears may have formed in the corner of your eye or welled up inside of you. So I'm going to go and I'm going to ask, and I would suggest that you do the same. I invite you to do the same. Show me that moment that I need to see. And then relax into it. Because what happens is the heart connects to the third eye up here. And you may start to see a vision playing, a video of that moment. Or you may hear a song, or you may see a picture. Everyone's experience is unique to them. So whatever it is for you, let's go into that. And it could be, as I say in my others, that it could be the rainbow, what you are just witnessing in awe. It's that awe moment. When the sun rises, it covers the planet with this beautiful pink blanket of love, and that's an awe moment. Or a sunset, or holding a baby, your own, or being a grandparent and holding your baby, holding a kitten or a puppy. Just go into that moment with me. That moment just puts a smile on your face as you go into it. Wow. I'm almost having like a life review right now of all those beautiful moments. And what's coming into my vision right now is the moment of connection with everyone that I have had the privilege and opportunity and honor of connecting with on this planet. And that moment of looking into each of your eyes and hugging you if I've met you in person. That moment of feeling that melt into each other and the connection of that hug that lasts more than, just a few seconds. So I'm going to go into those moments while you go into yours. And I'm just going to feel all of that, that beautiful energy going into that moment and feeling that moment as that human connection just comes in. And as I observe and witness that moment with mindfulness and really just kind of, like I said, experience it again, I'm going to add some beautiful rose pink colored light, a vibration of love to that. And as I add the light into that situation, into that experience, it just even more and more brilliant and more bright. And it starts to expand in my heart, and I can feel it. I can feel all of that love pumping through my circulatory system and through my nervous, what I like to call awakening system. And and into my flesh and into my bones and into my muscles, and it just expands even more and more and more, and I feel bigger and bigger and brighter. And soon it just explodes from my chest, from my heart space, from my back, from my head. It's like exploding in all directions. If you can picture an egg, and it just, all this light just shooting everywhere out of this egg. Oh, and I can feel my fingertips just tingling in my feet, tingling with all of this beautiful energy. And as my energy expands, it goes, because like energy attracts like, and it goes into your vibrational light blanket that's just lifting you and me up out of that space and time, and everyone else is connecting with it. And you can feel the intense love of all of this. And it raises us out of this physical form and into that vibratory vibration through the veil of the physical. And soon we just are just floating just beautifully in this symphony of all of this beautiful pink loving light in this vibration. And we reach to a point of that 0 point space of no thing and no one. It's just vibration, these energy waves. And while I'm here, I'm going to add some emerald green for some healing, some yellow for some self-confidence of who we are, which we are God, some orange for some emotional balance, some happiness maybe, some red that our physical needs are met, and gratitude that they're met. Some teal for some truth. Some indigo blue for some insight, and some violet, beautiful purple violet for spiritual growth. And while we're here in this beautiful rainbow of energy, I like to set the intention. Today is the bestest day ever, whatever that looks like, and whatever that may be. And I am in loving gratitude for every experience and everyone who experiences it to come my way. And so it is. So again, thank you for joining me today on Wake Up with Deb. Mandy, it's good to see you. And Lucy and Rhonda and everyone else that has joined in. Again, thank you so much for sharing in this incarnation. And thank you so much for taking your time with me today. Oh, the coffee is just so good. I mean, it just adds even more to everything. So today, since I didn't have any music, I guess for some reason the music we're all playing is already the symphony that's playing around us. In all the colors that we see, as you begin to awaken, I don't know about you, but for me, the colors just really became brighter. I mean, experiencing colors is just such a different experience than it was before. I saw the colors, I know the primary colors, whatever. But now I'm just like, wow, those colors are incredible, right? They're just bright, and the hues of each and every one of them. I was out in the grass the other day, and it was so green. It was so green. The trees were so green, but it just wasn't green. There were 1,000 different greens around me that I saw each and every hue of the green. And when you connect and you're in your highest self-expression of yourself, when you are your God self, in that highest self-expression of yourself, you see creation as being just phenomenal. Phenomenal. So today, I wanted to talk to you about the magic that you have. The magic. And some of you may have heard something about this before, because I have talked about our magic wand that we all carry. I mean, we always have it with us. No matter what, we have perspective. That's our magic Harry Potter wand, that we wave that perspective at anything, at any time. And it can change the way that we view things. And day before yesterday, I talked about, do you know who you are? And we talked about your God. You are a God. Jesus says in John 10:34, in the New Testament, in the Holy Bible, it is written, I have said in the old, ye are gods. And just taking that and embracing that, it's like, wow, okay. Because, we've been under this religion, in this box, that we are not, that God is separate from us. And once we understand and embrace and accept that God is not separate from us, God is in everything and everyone. Okay? Because Prime Creator, Source Creator, the whole big enchilada, who we have been a part of, who we are a part of. Some of us decided that we wanted to be God's hands. Some of us decided that we wanted to be God's feet. Some of us decided that we want to be God's legs. That's a unique role that we're all playing, but it does not mean that we are separate. We are still one body with all these different parts that are reaching out and experiencing everything. So, we come from this Prime Creator, Prime Source energy, this Prime loving Creator, who is masculine and feminine, who is God the Father, God the Mother, who is the Holy Spirit, and then God the children, or the son and daughters. So we have that inherent capability to create as well. And yesterday, I talked about forgiveness and being able to forgive because we are God. That wonderful power that we have to forgive. But I talked about stepping out of that hurt. It's interesting because if you look at hurt, all hurt leads to love. If you choose to lead to love. Now, hurt could lead to even more separation if you choose to be in that separation. If you choose to wear that hurt, if you choose to become that hurt, that does cause a gulf, or basically a gulf between the vibrations. God is up here in enlightenment, our highest self-expression of ourself, Prime Creator God, our least self-expression of ourself, surnamed the devil. You want to surname it the devil? That's down here, way down here. This is where anger, strife, depression, anxiety, fear, greed, jealousy lives down here. Up here, this is where peace, joy, love, happiness, abundance, perfect health lives up here. This is dis-ease down here, DIS-EASE. Health up here. So when we take on that hurt, we bring ourselves down to this level, down here, if we want to. If we want to be angry at that person that hurt us and not see that they were playing a role or playing a script, like I talked about in my first video and in my second video. And you're welcome. They're posted on YouTube. They're also on Facebook if you want to go back and look at those. So, back to perspective. We can take 2 steps back and 1 to the side and look at the situation and see my perspective. Wow, that person hurt me. Like I said yesterday, they were primary in my learning compassion for somebody. Because let me tell you, compassion just doesn't come to us very easily, right? Because down here is judgment in the lower vibrations. If we're living in that lower vibration of everyday humdrum, of everyday cycle, the same crap, different day kind of thing, we're living in that lower vibration. If we're up here and things are magical and we see the reason for things. See, it's cool because our intuition has that power to reason. Logic, our logic can take that reasoning and really overanalyze and overthink things. And when we do that, can put us in a state of fear of, oh no, this is, and then go into anxiety about something new getting ready to happen. Or we can just sit back and breathe it in. Hey, cool, this is a new experience. This is a new experience. And Satguru, it's great. There's this wonderful YouTuber. His name is Aaron Doughty. And I highly recommend his videos too. And I will post some links on this later today. But he talks about Satguru. And Satguru goes through life with every single experience he goes through. Every single experience he goes through. Looking at it as it is the first time he's ever done it. The first time he has ever went through it. That, my friends, is going through life with the eyes of a child. The first time. I can sit here, and as you all know, if you were here with me earlier, my music wasn't working today. My music wasn't working. I tried to do a few things. It's like, okay. But I didn't go into, oh, this has happened to me before. I was going through audio issues before. And this is not going to, and I could create those same issues of audio that I was going through before by going in to that as, I've done this before. I've been here before. This happened before. This is the way it turned out before. Did you know that when we do that, we program that same result? We've done it before. We've done it before. So in what Elizabeth April says, our memory is an illusion. Our memory is an illusion of doing this before. And she said that because if we start and do something new for the first time, before we even go into it, this is brand new. And it's brand new because it's a different time. There may be different people involved. You may be wearing different colors. You may be in a different room. You may be in a different place. There's all kind of differences. But if we go into this happened before and this was the result, you've already programmed that loop of it happening again with that same result. I was watching Aaron Doughty's video last night. It was really cool because he was talking about manifesting. Manifesting. And he said you could go into manifesting going, oh, I want, I need, I want, I need, I want, I need. And the more we want or need something, did you know that it pushes it farther away from us to actually get to or have or do? I want, I need is putting something on a pedestal and saying, it's not in my reach. So Aaron Doughty says, do this. He said, develop a relationship with that. What you desire. Develop a relationship with that. See it as you are just naturally already experiencing it. You're naturally already there. It's natural for you. Because that I want puts a block in between you and that whatever it is that you're reaching for. And if you're going into it thinking, oh, I don't deserve this. This never comes true. I never. If you go into it with that, good luck on actually manifesting that perfect creation in front of you. Because according to the laws of the universe, it's not going to happen. He talks about this beautiful house that he got in Las Vegas. This beautiful house. And he walked into this house and he was looking at it, and there were 5 other people that wanted this house. And he walked into it and he started to see himself in that house. He saw himself in the kitchen cooking. He saw himself asleep in the bedroom. That he naturally belonged there. That was what he was. But not only that, he looked at it that the house needed him. The house needed him. It was cool because he's like, because I go out and I hug the trees. There was a peach tree over here and a lemon tree over here. He's like, and the house knew I would take care of it. I let the house know that, you need me. I'll take care of you. I will hug your trees. I will walk on your grass. I will lovingly be there for you. And what's really wild is I'm sitting there watching this video last night. I'm like, wow. I don't think I've ever heard that before. To develop a relationship with that. To let that person or that thing know that it needs you. It needs you. And I'm like, wow. Because what I want or what I desire to do is to get my message out. To get these channelings out that I'm having. To help raise the vibration of someone else. And in the process, make a good living at what I'm doing. Everyone should be able to enjoy what they are doing. Everyone. And yesterday I was looking at my views and I got a little down a little bit because of the views that I had on my Wake Up with Deb. And I'm like, wow, maybe no one wants to hear me. And I started getting really poopy. Maybe what I have is nobody wants. Maybe I can't make a living out of this. And then I watched this video with Aaron Doughty and I'm like, holy crap. I am pushing this away from me. I'm pushing this whole video setup. I've got a computer here that I'm videoing it on a HD cam so I can upload on YouTube. Yesterday I was running into issues trying to do that, so I ended up saving it on Facebook and uploading on YouTube. Today I'm experiencing temporary technical issues with the music, because I did have some wonderful music, and if you want to hear it, you can listen to yesterday's video. Yesterday I was pushing the success of what I'm doing further away by going into that going, nobody likes me. when my wife is wonderful because she's like, oh, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. How many people have you helped? And just at that point in time, I got a phone call from somebody. And they're like, oh, Deb, I hate to bother you right now, but this is going on in my life and I'm not understanding. And would you please help me? So I was able to talk with this beautiful soul on a different perspective of what's going on in her life. We're here to enjoy. We're here to experience life. This beautiful game that we're playing, we're here to experience it in every way. In every way. And to grow back to Prime Creator, to Source, to God, to go back into that. But we are experiencing it, yes, we are experiencing it independently, but we are never separate. I'm going to say that again. We are never separate. But the thing is that our creations that we're creating, we have to see what we are doing. We have to wake up to what we are doing. And to do that, like I said yesterday, is that we have to be aware of every single thought we are having. When I taught my class, Alchemy of the Heart, one of the class topics and one of the exercises was I set a timer for 1 minute. 1 minute. And everybody had a pen and a piece of paper. And every single thought they had in that 1 minute, they put a little hash mark on this paper. Every single thought. Oh, what am I have for dinner? That's a hash mark. Oh, when is this class going to get over? That's a hash mark. Oh, wow, the traffic was horrible on the way here. That's a hash mark. During that 1 minute. Do you know that in 1 minute, every second can be a thought? Every second can be a thought. Let's see. Lucy, oh, hi, Michelle. You and all you beautiful souls out there. Lucy says it all takes experience. That's how we know what we want and lessons. I have an apology to deliver today, and I'm really looking forward to it. No matter what is returned, I accept. Sure, because it's brand new experience. It's a brand new experience. And that's so awesome, Lucy, that whatever's returned, you accept. Because you are allowing that person to have free will instead of forcing that person to accept your apology. And boy, I tell you what, free will. You don't want to mess with people's free will. You don't want to manipulate people into doing what you want them to do. Because that's a whole nother rack of karma. That's a whole nother rack of balancing that energy back. But that Harry Potter magic wand of perspective, we can wave it in any situation. Any situation. When we decide to experience it through the eyes of God. Through the eyes of a child. If we're going to go into a restaurant, say for example, and boy, that restaurant, when I go into a restaurant, it's going to be the bestest ever experience. It's going to be the bestest ever food. I'm not going to sit there. I'm not going to go into a Mexican restaurant and critique this dish of, this is not like the restaurant that I ate at the week before. This food is not like that food. This is not authentic Mexican food. This is, and I can critique that dish, and I can critique the service. Boy, that waitress didn't even pay attention to me. Or I can walk into that restaurant and I can say, again, like I said, this is the bestest ever experience. This is the bestest ever food. I'm with the bestest ever people. I sit at the bestest ever table. Whatever table they sit me at, that's the bestest ever table. Because this is all designed by my higher self anyway. So I'm going to sit down at the bestest ever table. I'm going to look at the menu. Wow, there's so many wonderful choices. I just don't even know what to order yet. Okay, I'm going to order this. And the person that's waiting on me comes, and she's the bestest ever server, or he's the bestest ever server. No matter what kind of a day they're having, they may come over to my table with a frown and may say, hey, I'm sorry for the wait. And my wife and I were great at this. We're like, oh, we thank you for your patience. We don't say I'm sorry. We say thank you for your patience. Oh, that's great. Can I use that? Sure. Go ahead. What would you like to order today? In thanking that server for their patience or thanking them for coming over, even if they have a frown on their face, even if they slammed the water on the table or whatever the deal is, take time to connect with that person. And you don't have to connect by sitting there and having an hour-long discussion. Look at that person in the eyes and say, thank you. Eat that food for the first time. Whether you've eaten that dish for 100 times, eat that food for the first time. We have these preconceived notions. And I find that when I'm just thankful, and my food comes. I had Papa John's pizza the other day, and I haven't had Papa John's pizza in years. It had to have been years. And that Papa John's pizza came and was in front of me, and the aroma was great. I didn't sit there and say, oh, wow, I'll bet this is GMO food. I'll bet this isn't organic. I'll bet this is gonna bother me. I'll bet I'm gonna have, stomach issues after I eat this. Oh, this has gluten in it. Oh, this has this in it. This has this in it. No, I looked at that pizza and I said, thank you. Thank you so much for adding your energies to my energy so we can continue that great good work. And thank you for being medicine to my body. Thank you for being medicine to my body. When is the last time you ever thanked your prescription pills for being medicine to your body? When is the last time that you ever thanked water for being medicine to your body? Our belief systems are so set to program our next experience. Our belief systems. Belief. And it was funny because Aaron Dowdy, it was great, this video, he spelled belief. Belief. B, lie. Lie. Our beliefs that we instill in us put us in this little itty bitty box. And it limits what we can receive. Lie. Lie. What I believe, it's lying to me because it limits me. Right? All of these religions that are out there, and I'm not knocking anyone because you can believe whatever you want to. You can experience whatever you want to. And sometimes we do need the religion to help guide us into whatever direction we are wanting to go. But the best system that you have is your heart, your intuition. I had this food that I ordered from DoorDash one night. It was not, it was, the chicken was so overcooked that when you pushed your finger into it, it just crumbled. It just crumbled. But I had a salad and I had some mac and cheese. And at that point in time, a friend needed help. A beautiful soul called me or texted me, and they needed help. They needed some perspective. They needed some soul counseling. And here I am with this meal in front of me going, whoa, this is not. But I had a beautiful salad with it. Now, when that meal came, I was just like, oh, this is horrible. But the meal came because it was exactly what my higher self decided that I needed at that time. Did I need the fried chicken? Obviously not, because it came burnt. Did I need the mac and cheese? Obviously not. Did I need that salad? Yeah, I needed that salad. The rest of it. And what's funny is I had a hard time ordering what I wanted off the menu. I had a hard time. And I ordered the salad separate from the fried chicken dinner because that's what my body really wanted to begin with. So I can look at that experience and I can put into that experience that I'm never ordering from DoorDash again, or I'm never ordering from that restaurant again, or I can look at it and say, hey, thank you, higher self, for delivering that meal to me. I obviously didn't need it, but I did have that salad. Is all this making sense? The perspective of it is a horrible meal, and I waved my magic Harry Potter wand and I turned it into, this is obviously what I didn't need. But I did get what I need was the salad. But if I would have had to eat that chicken, it would have been even longer before I could get in touch with that beautiful soul that needed help. Does all this make sense? And I know I even told this beautiful soul that the meal that I got was horrible. It was awful. Let's see. Michelle, my child is so happy, going with the flow. I'm so grateful. Every day is a new adventure. And Lucy says it's coherence. Yeah. It's a beautiful experience that we're experiencing, even when we get that burnt fried chicken. I could go on and on and on in this video about waving your magic wand of perspective. I'll tell you one more story. I came back from New Orleans and the flight left 30 minutes. The flight was supposed to be in the airport. I think it was at 9:15. Or no, it was at 8:45. The flight was supposed to be in the airport at 8:45. The flight left New Orleans a half hour late. A half hour late to come back. And along the way, it was a beautiful flight. The pilot made up 30 minutes. And we landed at DIA right on time. But we were out waiting to get into our plane slot at the terminal, right? At the concourse terminal, whatever it is. And we were waiting out in that aircraft for, I think it was an hour and a half or so. Just waiting on that aircraft. I was hungry because I didn't eat a whole lot on the flight or before the flight. And I was really hungry. And we're waiting for this aircraft to fly to Houston to move out of our spot so that we can park. And we're sitting out on that plane, Not only that, I had to pee. I had to use the bathroom so bad by the time we landed. And and it didn't really come on until, the 15 minutes before you land and everybody's in their seats and you're not supposed to get up and everything else. So I'm sitting on this plane holding, waiting just to get up to use the bathroom, and then get something to eat. So I'm out on this plane. We're out on this plane. It finally, it was funny because I think it was at, if I remember, it was at 10 minutes till 10, I think it was. Or no, 10 minutes till 11. When we finally got to the gate to get off that plane. And it was a completely different gate. We had to get off on an outside gate to go into the airport. And everybody on the plane was really upset, and everybody was trying to get off at the same time, and one lady knew how bad I had to use the bathroom, so she stopped the aisle so I could jump off real quick and run in. And the pilot, one of the pilots were getting off at the same time I was getting off, and he's like, I am so sorry for all of this. I am so, and I said, hey, you don't have to be sorry. It happened for a reason. We may not know that reason right now, but there was a reason. And he said, are you getting a connecting flight out of here? I said, no, I'm home. I said, but I have to find a bathroom. And he told me, have a great night. And I got off and I used the bathroom. And then I decided to go back into the terminal to Quiznos because that was really the only thing that was open to get some food. And when I went back there, they didn't have any food. But when I went across the line, there was a huge line coming out from the airline counter, from the customer service counter. Huge line of people with really upset looks and everything else. And I'm like, wow, what happened? And then I looked up at the signs of the departure, and it said that every flight was leaving at 11:11. Every single flight was leaving at 11:11. I'm like, what is going on? And then I got my bags, and when I got my bags, I noticed after I got home that there was a big tear in my luggage. So I got on my phone to file a damaged luggage claim. And when I opened my email, there was already an email from the airline saying, we are very, very sorry for the inconvenience. And there's a $50 flight voucher already in there. And they sent that at 10:48 that night. And you talk about manifesting. I was just going with the flow in the aircraft. All I had to do was use the bathroom. And I was texting my wife, and we were laughing and stuff like that. And in doing that and laughing, the girl next to me was laughing with me, and the seats up in front of me were laughing with me. At the back of the plane, they were angry. You could feel that vibration coming out, But what could anybody do? We could have gone in the perspective of being really angry. And man, I tell you, when I get in that perspective, and when I decide to drop into that lower vibration and get really angry at something, I don't know about you, but things just really start to fall apart for me. More and more just fall apart. More and more just fall apart. And while I'm in there, my wife looks at me and says, oh, what else are you going to create next? But when we wave that magic Harry Potter around and say, wow, this is happening for a reason. I don't know what's going on. And it's really not any of my business what's going on. I just know that I'm just a part of this, whatever it is. Then I can skip through life with a smile on my face, whistling a happy tune, no matter what comes my way, no matter what comes my direction. But I tell you what, and I'll say it again and again and again, if we go into the emotions and hang into those emotions, it's kind of like the Broncos, right? Yes, I said it, the Broncos. And they've lost the last 2 games, right? And it's in the last seconds of the game that they lose. If you're watching the Bronco game and you're attached to the outcome of that, and you're upset because they lost, what is your day like the next day? You walk into work, everybody's at their desk upset because the Broncos lost. There's no happiness in there. There's no music playing. Everybody's just like, your boss comes out, chews you out because the project that you worked on didn't turn out to their expectations. I mean, we allow the outside world, and Elizabeth April calls that the prison planet. When we allow the outside to influence us inside, we're living in a prison. We live in America where it's free, and we have, the Constitution and all the rights and everything. But if you are living as in this human avatar suit, this immortal, beautiful being of light that has taken on this human suit to experience and to grow, and you are allowing everything out there, whatever the president says, oh my gosh. Boy, I'm so glad I'm not the president, because every word I say is critiqued and examined. My wife, whatever she wears, is critiqued and examined just through a microscope. But if you're allowing the president's words to have a reaction in you, and maybe it's just one little tweet. You're taking that one little tweet, you're having a reaction of what you heard on the news from somebody else's opinion, giving you that. You're allowing that outside to affect the inside. And I don't know about you, but I have awakened to the fact that when I allow that to happen, everything crumbles in front of me. Even my health. Why am I in so much pain? Wow. Well, maybe it's because I posted on Facebook that I'm tired of the orange man, or I'm tired of this, or I'm sick of this, or something needs to be done about that, or blah, 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 blah. And you know what? You post it on Facebook. If you have 1,000 friends, and 1,000 friends feel that way, you just took on that energy of those 1,000 friends that feel that way too, or those 1,000,000 people. It's like, I can't remember who it was. It might have been Elizabeth April or Aaron Dowdy talking about a star in a movie. And all of the focus is on that star in that movie. And you are feeding your energy to that star in that movie if you become attached. And then you wonder, why am I sick? Why am I going through this pain? What's going on with my body? Energy is nothing to mess around with. And when we can transmute fear into love. That's where we are the most powerful. When we can wave our Harry Potter magic wand in a very fearful situation, and I tell you, the media is really good at doing that. Media is really good at emitting responses out of us. When I watch TV, I do this. Your energy is your energy, my energy is my energy, and never the two shall meet. And so it is. And then I watch, and I'm unattached when I watch. I'm enjoying it, yes, but I'm unattached. I don't have this emotional anger because the villain of the show is creating havoc, and I'm really angry with that villain. I'm watching it going, wow. I remember when I used to be that angry. Wow. I've come a long way in my growth. Wow. And you become the observer instead of playing a role in it. Does that all make sense? Anyway, I've come to you to bring that message to you of perspective. How are you waving your wand? What is going on in your life that if you just change a perspective of? I mean, we can take the perspective of death, of somebody dying and grief, and change that to a celebration because they're transitioned. They're not in that body anymore. They're on to the next life. They're not in pain anymore. They're not suffering in that body anymore. They're on to whatever the next is. And it's not being cold-hearted. It's not being cold-hearted because death no longer affects you the way it used to or the way it does with everyone else. It's freedom. It's freeing. It's releasing. It's pretty cool once you get past all of that and move on into waking up to the alchemy of your heart. And I have to say, I really, really am in such gratitude. I am in such gratitude for each and every one of you here experiencing this incarnation with me. I love you, each and every one of you, from the very core of my being, from the very core of who I am. I am here to assist you in the healing of yourself. I'm here to help you heal yourself. I can't heal you. Nobody can heal you. That doctor that you go to, that doctor can't heal you. You are the one that can heal you. You are the one that has created whatever it is that you've created. And when you understand that you've created it, like Elizabeth April had lupus. She was diagnosed with lupus. The doctors gave her the diagnosis of the most grimmest outcome of her life. And she said, when I realized and I accepted and I acknowledged that I created it, I could uncreate it. And if you watch Elizabeth April's videos, she'll talk to you about that. She'll tell you about that. You can uncreate whatever it is that you created. We have that power. That's why I can assist you in the healing of yourself, and I will walk through the fire with you. I'm walking through the fire The fire's not burning me as bad as it was. Man, that fire was char grilling me for a while. Because I would fall into that, I'm only human. I'm a victim. Why is this happening to me? What am I doing wrong? Instead of saying, wow, what an experience. Boy, I made it through that. Or while I'm in that experience, I can make it through this. Thank you, Rhonda. And thank you, Lucy. And thank you, everyone. If you want to order my book, it's available on Amazon. It's $11.11. I know that because of the way the camera is, it's reversed. But it's Wake Up to the Alchemy of Your Heart. How to activate that sleeping God within you. And it's just what I channeled and what I wrote. And it is my intention of this book to help you to see a different perspective of your life. That's the whole intention. And again, it's on Amazon for $11.11. If you would like a signed copy, and when I sign the copy, I write a little reading in it for you, just text me 303-549-7396. Email me, Deb at peaceful, PEACEFULL or Peaceful Solutions, SOULUTIONS.com. Or Grammy Smiles, GRAMMYSMILEZ at yahoo.com. You can email me, you can call me, you can text me. If I don't answer your call right away, no, it's not the perfect timing for me to speak with you, and allow that perfect moment to come. I am working on putting this on audio. I had to stop for a little bit because I was experiencing a temporary sinus cleanse. Not sinus infection, not cold, not sick, a sinus cleanse. Because when we're breathing all this stuff, it's got to come out of our bodies. So we go through this sinus. It's not the flu. It's not what we've been, programmed to believe, LIE, right? So anyway, I'm getting ready. I'm putting it on audio, and it's going to be available. My goal date is November 11th of this year. I am still working on a workbook for the Wake Up to the Alchemy of Your Heart, and I'm hoping to have that out early next year. There's a lot going on, and there's a lot of people that are going through a lot of stuff. Please feel free to share this video with everyone you know and don't know. Even though you may not have resonated with it, if you share it, someone else might resonate with it, and you actually kind of did your part in helping someone else to raise their vibration. Because it's cool. I posted on Facebook the other day a message, of how we all climb this mountain and go through everything. And some people just keep climbing and just like, oh, you can't do this, or you need to do this, or whatever. Instead of, hey, here's a hand, let me help you up the mountain. My goal is to, here's a hand, let me help you up. Again, I thank each and every one of you for sharing in this incarnation with me. Enjoy, INJOY, the day that you create, and create the day that you INJOY. Thank you so much. Namaste. Mwah!